Aloha, Iowa Democrats. It's so good to be here with all of you. Thank you for all of your hard work, and a huge congratulations goes out to all of your deserving honorees. You know, our nation was founded on the principles of a government that should be of the people, by the people, and for the people. But that's not what we have today. Instead, what we see is a government that is of, by, and for the rich and powerful, leaving we the people behind. This must end. As your President and Commander-in-Chief, I'll bring the spirit of service above self to the White House, putting people ahead of profits, putting the well-being of the American people above all else. I'll crack down on big pharma and insurance companies who extort the sick, who put their profits ahead of the health and well-being of the people, and work to pass Medicare for all to make sure that every American who is sick is able to get the care that they need. As your president, I will reinstate the Glass-Steagall Act and break up the big Wall Street banks that are gambling with our future. I'll crack down on the overreaching intelligence agencies and these big tech monopolies who take away our civil liberties in the name of national security and corporate greed. I'll protect our constitutional right to privacy and free speech. I'll tackle climate change by ushering in a green century, ending taxpayer subsidies for these fossil fuel giants and multinational agribusiness corporations, harnessing the technology and innovation that we have to create jobs in renewable energy, to provide better opportunities for our farmers to make a good living, keep more of our food dollars local here at home, and protect our soil and water and air. I'll fight for criminal justice reform, get rid of private prisons, end the federal marijuana prohibition and the failed war on drugs, and enact true sentencing reform. Now, the reality is there are many needs we need to address, but we will not have the resources that we need to invest in our people and our communities unless we deal with one central issue. That issue is the cost of war. The most important responsibility that the President has is to serve as Commander-in-Chief. Now, I've served as a soldier for over 16 years, deployed twice to the Middle East, and in Congress have served for over 6 years on the Foreign Affairs and the Armed Services Committees. I know the importance of our national security, and I know the cost of war. I've seen it firsthand. For too long, we have warmongers from both political parties who have been dragging us from one counterproductive regime change war to the next, who are hyping up a new Cold War and nuclear arms race now. So as President and Commander-in-Chief, I will end our long-standing foreign policy of waging wasteful regime change wars that have taken so many lives, that has cost us trillions of taxpayer dollars and undermined our national security. I'll work to end this new Cold War and nuclear arms race and lead us away from the abyss of a nuclear war that would destroy our entire world in mere minutes. I'll take the trillions of dollars, your hard-earned taxpayer dollars that have been and will continue to be wasted on these programs, and instead invest them in serving the needs of the American people. Things like quality health care for all, truly sustainable agriculture, affordable housing, clean water, clean air, rebuilding our crumbling infrastructure, improving education, and so much more. I'll build partnerships with other countries based on shared interests and cooperation rather than conflict. I'll have the courage to meet with both adversaries and friends in the pursuit of peace and national security, understanding that if we fail to exercise that courage, the only alternative is war. Finally, I'll bring a soldier's principles of service above self to the White House, restoring the values of integrity and honor and respect to the presidency. Now, we know the road ahead will have many challenges, but when we stand united by our love for our people, our planet, and our country, there is no obstacle we cannot overcome. So I ask you to join me. Visit Tulsi2020.com as we stand to bend the arc of history away from war and towards peace, prosperity, opportunity, and justice for all. Thank you so much, everybody. Aloha. Aloha. Thank you.
Our next speaker has several titles.